Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Now we're here on the edge of the frozen north in our little way station here because we've had another big update, and not huge, not like the frozen north in scale, but still sizable, and it's mostly based around some of the crafting stuff, some of the personalization of equipment and so on, which we'll take a look at in a minute. But also, apparently the weather system up here has been overhauled, and apparently lightning storms or like thunderstorms can kick off up here. So now, you know, there'll be rain, there'll be snow, there'll be bits and pieces going on, and potentially it'll get really bad. And like we're getting wet right now as well, which is actually kind of cool. But it's making that kind of difference, and I believe they've tried to fix the fact that it was raining inside structures as well. Oops, didn't mean to climb that. So we'll go and find a structure, a house, to go and just take a look at this. You know, see if it's actually still raining inside, or if they've actually fixed that. But then we've also got some other bits and pieces from the last dev stream that they talked about, as well as some of the stuff that we can actually take a look at in game, which I probably won't make necessarily. I probably won't build just yet. I might save that for another video where it's you know, we'll go through the crafting of a weapon and the upgrading of it all the way from beginning to end, and we'll do it by actually going out, farming up the materials, coming back, taking a look. Oh, the water's actually pooling as well. That's kind of cool. I like this. It's atmospheric in the best possible way, because it's not overstated, but it's I think you might be. Oh no, there you go. Good job, Direwolf. But it's not overstated, but it's obvious, and it makes it feel more like a real place. As I've said, that, you know, when I go walking, it's one of the things that I always hear is the crows in the trees and stuff like that. And there is bird song, but there are no annoyed crows at me walking through their area. The other question I have, actually, if we watch this, because these deer would disappear, not the stags, but the female deer, the does, they were disappearing into the ground and using like the undead kind of bursting animation at one point. You gonna? No? Maybe that's been fixed as well, which is good, because it needed to be fixed. Having a whole group of deer just disappear into the ground, and then when they want to move and eat some more, they just pop back up, was kind of weird and crazy. But hi, I'm here just to check your place for leaks. I hope you don't mind. Anything useful? Sandstorm mask and reptilian chest piece. Okay, how did you guys get that? But does it? I mean, this doesn't actually have a proper roof, but it seems drier. Although you can see it, like the water speckling the ground. That's cool. I like this. Let's actually go over to the main Nordheimer town down there, into a proper house with a roof, and see if the rain's actually getting all the way in. And then when we're in there, we'll take a look at the crafting stuff and see what these new weapon upgrades are. Because I think it's only weapon upgrades for the moment. Like the Riddle of Steel, I think they were calling it, and stuff. I don't think there's anything for armor just yet. I could be wrong. We'll take a look in a minute. But yeah, there's definitely stuff for weapons. We've also got a couple of new armor sets and some other new bits and pieces as well, which all look kind of cool, like the Aquilonian, and I think it's a Zamoran set as well. Ooh. Okay, we've got a closed roof, but the ground's still getting rained on, so that's not fixed, unfortunately. Because I mean, let's go and take a look in like inside the wall as well, just for fairness, just to see if it's just the area that it was on. Oh, we got frame rate drop again, a little bit. Yeah, no, it's still raining indoors, unfortunately. But hey, whilst we're here, let's take a look at these crafting things, shall we? So, well, the first thing is that we're also not this patch, next patch from what's been said. So the patch probably after Christmas, from what was said in the last dev stream, we're going to be getting the kind of perks in the game, and so I think it's every 10 levels of each attribute you get a new perk. And so some people are going to min-max horribly and have, I don't know, 3 perks in grit or whatever, 3-4 perks in grit. But in regards to myself, I'll have like a perk in strength, agility, and vitality, and then 2 in grit, encumbrance, and survival. So that gives me a reasonable amount. But as much as this makes it more RPG-esque and it's allowing more customization, as is the kind of war paint that they were talking about last time, as well as what they're as well as what they're doing with the new bits and pieces here as well. For oh, okay, I didn't realise that now had its head on it. Not that I really mind. But so with this, it's you know, they're adding a lot more customization and stuff, which I can't help but feel is just really cool. But obviously we'll have to see how then that kind of pushes. So there's the Aquilonian armor. We saw the Zamoran armor further down to the bottom. What's this? Oh yeah, hatches. Hatches and ladders are now a thing as well. So as much as you can climb up the side of a building, now where there's not room for you to put stairs or whatever else, you can actually create a trapdoor and a ladder for you instead, which I'm probably going to make a whole load of use out of. But yeah, and then also we've got the new gathering tools. So we've got the new cleavers for getting meat. We've got the new sickle somewhere. You're a Kopesh, aren't you? Yeah. They're here somewhere. And we've got a new polearm as no, that's not the new. Oh, there's the sickle. So you can gather plant fiber and stuff faster. There's the Zamoran armor. Another cleaver. We've got here's the oh, we do have armor improvements. Where are the basic armor improvements? Are these simple? These are simple. Okay, so what can armor give? What can the armor in? Okay, so armor strength. Improve the poise. Poise is the kind of unspoken thing, because it's the whether or not you get knocked down by stuff, I think. And then what's this one? Making them more pliant and flexible. I don't know what that means. Could that mean that it's easier to move in them, or that it's easier to shoot with them? I don't know. But oh, so hold on, I missed one. Ah, okay, so we've got the simple improvements here, which again are basically the same, but also makes the weight of the armor like lesser. And then for this one, increase the damage, increase the efficiency of tools, increase the concussive force of, so knockdown, increase knockdown, increase the durability, and lower the weight. Okay, So you've got, I think you can only add one of these to a weapon at a time. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out with what people want to use. So what are the next? Durability, concussive force, efficiency and damage. Okay, so there's just different tiers of the same benefits, as it were. And then, oh, we've got some more here though. So we've got damage, tool efficiency, concussive damage, durability, lowered stamina cost. That'll be really useful for a lot of people, especially on heavier weapons. That'll be useful. And then armor penetration, which will also be quite useful, especially, I think that one especially for boss enemies and things that otherwise wouldn't really, yeah, that would shrug off a lot more. And then this is the armor, poison, and flexibility. I don't know what that means. That could maybe do with some clarification. But then we've also got the new Acheronian weapons as well, which I think are kind of on a par with some of the others. But maybe we'll test those out at a later date. What's this? Oh, beehive. Cool. But then also, where's the slave? Because these, yeah, here we go. We've now got better bindings and stuff. So I guess this knocks them out more easily. And then the bindings keep them out for longer. And so the higher quality of those you have, the better they are. You know, just so, you know, steel truncheon with a leather binding is going to keep them, is going to take them down faster and keep them out for longer compared to, where's the, here we go, compared to an iron truncheon, a torturer's work table. A work table equipped for a taskmaster. So does, wait, hold on. Where's the, so that's the Wheel of Pain. Where's the lesser Wheel of Pain? Where's the small one? Here we go. Thrall Taker. Okay, so is it that you make the, I guess you make the truncheons and things from the work table? Let's go. Let's spawn in a torturer's work table somewhere and actually take a look at. Let's just run down into this field and stick one out here or something. Because I'm like, that's interesting. Well, I was thinking actually, because they've said that they are interested in no. Let's just scroll down and see, because it doesn't seem to want to find it easily in the thing. Hi, Mammoth. Whole load of extra bits and pieces that are just kind of vanity item stuff, which I've not taken a look at all that much yet. Pain. It was just called the Torturer's Work Table, wasn't it? I'm not just being completely dense and reading the wrong thing. Yeah, Torturer's Work Table. Equipped for a work table equipped for a taskmaster. Do you know what, let's... Why can't I unlock these? Oh, because I've not unlocked everything else, apparently. What else needed unlocking for this? Being a workman, and so we need that. Give us Where's the next one? Ah, there we go. That should then give us this and this. Okay. So in stand up. So in theory, that should be in his. Okay, so Torturer's work table. 2 twine, 9 shaped wood, 10 iron bars. Okay, well I'm just gonna cheat for the sake of expediency. So it's what? 10 iron bars. Where are we? There we go. Shaped wood. I mean, we'll take the twine and then shaped wood over here. Yes. So we'll take those as well. Right, let's just craft up one of those. Should take no time at all. Okay, so what can I do with this then? Just walk over here and just plop it down. Yeah, okay, so the Torturer's workbench is literally just to build our new equipment. Let's just shatter that so it's not just lying around. But okay, that's kind of interesting. So now we've got more work tables, we've got more bits and pieces, and we can do more with them. I mean, this does not look like a healthy scene, guys. But the thing is, again, one of the things that's been sat in the back of my head in regards to this extra customization, in regards to the perks, in regards to the equipment customization, in regards to a whole load of the other things that we're seeing coming into the game now, like war paint and stuff like that. Firstly, really, really cool just because it's extra customization for us. It's more stuff that we can play around with, more stuff that we can make work, be it either for PvE or PvP or a mix of the two. You know, the improvements that they've been making to thralls and things mean that we can specifically outfit a group of, say, defending thralls with very specific equipment to allow them to defend against very specific enemies if you know who's coming to get you, or just make them particularly damaging to anyone that does come and attack you or interact with you. But then the next thing is, with the perk system that we've got coming in, and with these alterations to gear that we're seeing, and the way that we can mess around with stats and things from either the perk system or from the use of war paint and things. One of the things that stands out to me is we've got humanoid-ish boss monsters or boss mobs in the game in various places, like the guy in the Black Keep, at the end of the Black Keep, who hit pretty hard and who was maybe the not most friendly of people, had a lot of health, but, you know, when you guys saw Hannah and I take him on, you know, between gas globes or gas orbs and other bits and pieces going on, and just throwing stuff at him, be it javelins or Hannah shooting him with a bow, or then us rushing in and just hacking at him. You know, he wasn't all that threatening. He had this kind of really slow advance and these powerful strikes, but they were easy enough to get out of the way from, or out of the way of, and it was kind of interesting to see kind of just how unintimidating he was after a little bit. Yeah. The thing is, then imagine. So one of the things that's been mentioned is from the perks is sprinting through people knocks them over after you get one of the perks. Now that can be incredibly powerful, because I can draw my weapons, sprint through a whole group, and then as soon as I just stop sprinting, my weapons are out again, and then I can just go back over where I've knocked all those people down and cut them to pieces. You know, it's a fairly simple, easy thing, and especially considering that they're also looking at adding things like combos, directional combos, status effects to the combat. which are the changes that I was looking forward to, the changes that I was hoping for, not hard lock-ons and not kind of purely Dark Souls-esque kind of combat, but the capacity to kind of attack with skill, but also not take away the accessibility of the current system where you just click until something is dead. Yeah, because that way, you know, myself or people who have played other games that are similar, even people who play Warframe, another game that I played on the channel, you know, there are combos in that game that you can get used to, that you can learn, and that you can apply. And they are directional, they are they are button press kind of connected combos as opposed to purely directional things. But as a result, you know, they have movement elements to them. They have status effects attached to them and things that you can do with them. And, you know, I'm looking forward to that being brought into the game. But then imagine if it's not just us that has these other perks. Yeah, so I can strategically charge into a group and knock them all over and then backtrack and take them all down. You know, finishing blows for everybody. But what if the boss in the Black Keep over there, when he first starts slowly walking towards the doorway that you enter in through in his menacing fashion, what if he suddenly burst into a sprint and knocked you down? And then kind of turned on you and came round to strike at you again. Yeah? Wouldn't that be a more imposing and intimidating fight? A more interesting fight? You know, I'd think so. You know, give you some more... I don't know why I'm climbing up here. I just happen to be. But I feel like that would be a more interesting fight overall for everybody than just the dude pacing towards you and occasionally taking a swing with his sword. So, you know, I'm interested to see, again, if this is one of those systems that they are now going to kind of cascade, where they've said with the Purge, you know, we're going to get to that after we've got the AI down, after we've got the thralls and the NPC kind of inventories and bits and pieces sorted, once we've got the kind of working together and combat AI for animals sorted so that they can also be employed in combat. Once we've got things like the sorcery system and the mount system all kind of work together so that they can function as part of this larger combat arena. You know, it's going to be a really interesting set of things if they manage to cascade it all together in such a way that then boss fights like the one across the river here mean that, you know, this is going to be a later game fight. It's not going to be like the dregs that's kind of right there at the beginning of the map just after you spawn in. If you rumble up there and you do as you're told, then you can get in there, fight your way through fairly handily with like iron weapons and beat the boss at the end. No, in this case, you know, this one is much further away. It's much more dangerous to get through to there. Many more hazards to one degree or another. And so, you know, you're going to have decent equipment. You're potentially going to have other people with you. You still can't bring thralls into dungeons, as said, which is a shame in my opinion, especially for single player games. Like, oh, well, I'm going to have to go into the Black Keep if I want to get the star metal recipes and the bits and pieces that I need to make the gear that the last boss in there wears. You know, the big black plate mail and stuff, or full plate rather. So it's like I'm gonna have to go in there, but I'm gonna have to tackle him by myself solely. You know, and it's maybe not going to be the most comfortable of things as at present. And yet then now we can go, right, well now I can specifically build to take him on directly with equipment upgrades, with stat upgrades, with whatever I want kind of attached to me so I can go and do it. And then further on from that, actually making it a more interesting fight, not just in terms of the fact that our combat abilities are being enhanced through combos and through status effects, but also seeing more of the bits and pieces for, say, the enemies, just the normal enemies, you know, just the little undead minions that are scampering around. You know, seeing them have... I thought I'd explored this place already. Maybe not. But seeing them have more versatility in the way that they attack and more threat in the way that they attack. You know, the tactics that they use to group up and fight you. And then also the kind of element of, well, this is a boss monster. Why isn't it fighting me properly? You know, it's not giving me much of a challenge as long as I can stay away from it. Same with the Dregs boss that you saw me do again the other day. You know, it's like I was able to get in there and fight it, and kind of, for the most part, it was bugging out a lot, which apparently they also fixed in this patch that brought these upgrades and these new armor sets and this weather system, which seems to have stopped, seems to have calmed down for now, which is a shame, because I kind of want to see a thunderstorm. I kind of want to see what the thunder and lightning look like in this game. But anyway, so what I'm thinking is that next time we'll come in and we'll kick off at the beginning of the map, and we'll die horribly from falling off a cliff that I tried to grab hold of. Whoops. But what I'm thinking is next time we'll come back and we'll sit down and we'll go, right, from scratch, from the very beginning, what do we need to go and get hold of the say, iron armor, or the medium armor, iron weapons, and then tackle the first tier of armor upgrades. Just because I'm interested, armor and weapon upgrades, just because I'm interested to see how. I mean, we're back at the right place actually. We're back at where we arguably want to be. So we'll be back here at the beginning of the map. Oh, the health regen symbol's changed. That's nice. New, another new addition. But what we'll do is we'll come back here. I'll stash my kit over here right now, already, so that that's out of the way. Get in there. Give all of that, and then you can have this stuff as well. That can go away, and that can go in there too. Right. So, oh, we're still wearing our gear. I completely forgot to take that off. There we go. So we will be a naked man, relatively speaking. And what we'll do is we'll start kind of from scratch, and we'll go, right, so we need stone equipment for harvesting, and we need to grab all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to go and get us as fast as we can to kind of medium armor, iron weapons, and then we're going to see what it needs for us to upgrade stuff as well. So, in fact, whilst I'm here as well, we'll let's just make sure that we've got all the recipes for it. So, we've got those bits and pieces, which is all well and good. We've already got that. I don't think we need... Well, we will need that for the unlock later on. We'll need that for the unlock later on. So if we get to... That's steel. Do we need this for... Oh, we need to... Right. That's fine. So let's grab these all now. So that's the armor bench as well. So that's the light armor. Should we go light or medium? I can't remember what's required for medium, but we'll grab... Yeah, because it's right here. So we'll grab that as well, and then we want this so we can get this. And then where were the weapon upgrades? If I scrolled past them again already. Here we go. So we got the armor upgrades, and we got the weapon upgrades. So what we'll do is we'll start from scratch, build ourselves a little something, and then see where we can go from there with kind of these various pieces of equipment. A bone shield? Where the hell did we learn how to make that? Anyway, we'll call it quits here, guys, and we'll start from scratch. Maybe we'll build ourselves another little house or something just down there or over that way somewhere, just to operate from for this experiment, just to see how kind of easy it is to sort ourselves out, and then how the upgrades actually work. But until then, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.